Hey, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Yeah, in my experience, business women come with masculine energy and masculine traits. That's just in my experience, and that don't really mix well. I'm more attracted to like the softness and the femininity in the woman. But
you're assuming. You just said you assume. You don't want me to be out here making money? We live in capitalism.
I said, in my experience.
Okay, so you're just going. You live in the past.
This is no disrespect to the fine men of the world, the ones that understand value. But hear me for the rest of them. Hear me when I say this is exactly why you guys can never, ever be considered leaders. You all want to assume leadership roles, but you guys are so goddamn confused. You can try to mask it and call it whatever you want to call it, but the truth is men will forever want to control women. They do not want the responsibility of being a true man. They just want a slave indirectly. Because tell me why you guys are so confused. First, if a woman wants to sit at home and doesn't want to work, you say she is a gold digger. First of all, the only set of men who comments that women are gold diggers are the exact same men that don't have any gold to dig. You have nothing else to give more than your private parts. That's one. Now, on the other hand, when you see a woman who works, you say, oh, she's too masculine. What does that mean? Don't get me wrong. Women would love a good man to follow. Women would love to listen to a man. But you see, when you yourself don't know what you want to lead and you don't know what you're serving women, it becomes error for us. This world has become so expensive, and we as individuals, because you're born alone into this world, you cannot wait for any individual to sort out your bills. You literally, whether you like it or not, whether you're sick or not, whether you're on your period or not, whether you're having a bad day or not, as a woman, you have no other choice but to get up and go make that money. Because this is how we exist. It's not about luxury, it's about just simply existing. And I don't understand why we have to send our women to school if the whole idea in the end is to keep them at home to do manual labor and chores around the house and just birth people. What is the point of me having to spend so much money for my daughter if at the end of the day she wouldn't have the right to pick something great for herself? No woman in the history of womanhood wants to exhibit any character of masculinity, but most of you push us into it because you don't know what you want. Me personally, I love handling my home affairs. I love cleaning my house. I love cooking my food. I am the most tender little munchkin when it comes to my partner. I become baby automat. But you see, only a true man, only a true partner can make you feel that innocence, can bring out your true feminine side. Only a true man understands, listen, I am providing for you, but you go do what makes you happy, because boredom is a serious situation. You think women don't get bored of doing the same routine every day? They do. As much as I love cooking and cleaning, I don't want that to be my label. Like, okay, do that. I have so much to offer. Even some of my videos I sit and make. Imagine if I did not have a little bit of common sense and I didn't have a little bit of an educational background. I would not be able to educate few people here and there, those who want to listen at least. And don't get it confused. I would love sometimes to not have to worry about rent and future burdens. I would love to sit down and just be baby girl all day long. Like I can do all that. But society, our economy, our government, nothing allows us to just be cute and feminine. And sometimes I blame mothers. I blame mothers of boys because you have been through the same system that destroys women, and yet you do not take your time to raise your children to equal value and standards. You do not teach your boys discipline, and this is why we have a whole new generation of younglings thinking they run New York. Being a leader and a provider as a man requires way more than just financial support. You have to have something here and you have to have something here. When the Bible said a man should provide, he didn't just mean financial support. You have to provide sanity for your family. You have to provide peace of mind for your woman. But no, you guys don't want to do the hard work. You think, oh, it's just going to the office. Guess what? Everybody can go to the office, come back home, and voila. It takes a lot of discipline, compromise. Like, it takes so much to be man. And yes, a lot of you think we want equal rights. No, we want to be treated like baby girls, but we don't have that option. We are not fighting equality in that sense with you. You go do your masculine thing and be the boss and all that. But please, for the love of God, leave women alone. You're confusing women a little too much. You don't want a woman who sits at home because you call her a gold digger. And you don't want a woman who works because she's so masculine. So what are we supposed to do? Just tell us what we are supposed to do in your own opinion. You know, for years we always had that joke. You know, a lot of comedians will come out and make that joke about women versus men, and how men's brain are a straight line and women's brains are like this. Now, that always was funny to me. But recently I realized, my goodness, it is a blessing to have a complex brain, because you cannot, as a man, just think one way. No, nothing, no zest to you, no value to you. The only thing you think about is you're down there and your finances. That is all. And you think that makes you a leader. Honey, you can never be a leader. You're just another individual. You're just another mere mortal on this earth. You do not have value to share, and you do not have value to add to anyone's life. It's so cringe and it's so funny when you come on the internet and you see men do this all the time. And then the men I know in my personal life, you should see how they baby their wives. You should see the value they add to their wives. You should see how much charisma they have. But no, we have children all over the internet. Just because they're masculine, they say they're all men. No, you guys are boys. You guys are babies who need to learn. This fight between women and men, it didn't start today. And the way it's going, it's not gonna end anytime soon, because all we ask is just for simple respect, small adoration here and here. If you have what to give, remember, a rich man does not mean a generous man. Find someone that matches your energy. But no, half of you men don't even like women. You do not even like women in the first place. You just want a puppet you can pull strings. And this is exactly why men love to choose women that are in that younger age group, you know, between 16, even 14 to 21, because they know that they are very easily manipulated at that age. They know a woman hasn't built her boundaries yet, doesn't understand her value yet. So that's the age you want to pick, so you can control. But what are you actually controlling? You can't even control your own emotions. And at the end of the day, women are categorized as emotional beings. But you men are more emotional than women if you think about it. You know, growing up, I used to think that only women are jealous of other women. But it will shock you the ratio of men that are actually threatened and jealous of women's success. It would shock you. Instead of men to look at it this way, okay, you have a partner who loves you, right? You might be up today financially, tomorrow you might not be. Isn't it fair that in a situation when you go down as a man, the woman is there to back you up? The woman is there to lift you up. That's when you choose a right partner. But because you know you don't have substance and you don't have any other thing to add to that woman's life, you get intimidated by her success. You now look at it as, oh my gosh, she's so masculine. Men become so envious of women in power that it is heartbreaking. A woman has to go there and keep her straight face on, because already it's a problem for a female to be in high positions. But then when they come home, they want to put down that baggage and feel like a baby, you know, cuddle into her man. But no, that bothers your egos. That bothers you because in your head you've built this thing that men can't cry, men are the only ones that are supposed to provide. We're in 2026, for the love of God, and we're still having the same conversations over and over. Instead of you to say, damn, I got me a nice one. I mean, she can cook, she can clean, she can do this, she can do that, and she makes money. Bro, she makes money. Like, wait, we can actually put our minds together and invest in something that would benefit our future. Instead of you guys here running around screaming, oh, masculine, masculine, you should think of all your future vacations you would take. You should think of all the cool places you visit with your partner. But instead, you're in competition. Shame. Shame on you, honestly.